next 37 games went on that crazy stretch where he hit 18 home runs, but he's now gone 14 games in a row without going deep. So let's see if that's the pattern. 14, 37, 14, which means you would think tonight gets back on track.
I was going to say it's about time for him to get it locked back in.
0-2 to Montgomery. How important is momentum for this young core of players now heading into the offseason?
I think for winning at the end of the season would be nice, right? But I think ultimately it's up to these guys what they do this offseason, how seriously they take their offseason conditioning and training. That's really the ticket. You know, I mean, it'd be really nice to win 4 out of 6.
Packed and ready to go. And his parents and family and friends have got a chance to see him. And same with Van Acker. He's going to be doing the same thing. But they've shown plenty of promise, and they look to be really good prospects here for the Hawks in the future.
Pridham started last season in the BC Junior League Tier 2, and then went to the Ontario League when the NCAA opened up the rules.
And did he ever have a great 48 games in Kitchener with the Rangers? Boy, 27 goals in 48 games.
54 points. As mentioned, we'll get a look-see tonight. Back to the O.
And you know what the neat thing about it that he told me before the game, Dom Toninato, who's playing center on his line, he was a Leafs pick originally, and Jack Pridham was a stick boy, or at least got a stick from Toninato when he was a kid. He says, I still have that stick, and here I am in my first NHL game. He's my centerman. I mean, what are the odds of that?
There's Bedard working hard with a pass back to Rinzel. Takes a look with a shot wide. Big bounce in front. Cut off by Kosa. And he's able to smother with bodies flying in front. That was Colton Dock causing havoc near the goal crease. And we get a whistle and a stoppage in our first break. 13-11 left in a goalless first period in Detroit.
I'm a baseball dad. Just because I didn't go pro doesn't mean my kid won't.
Hey, buddy, you gotta swivel those hips, right? And you gotta swing. And if you don't have the right insurance, you can be paying for this yourself. So get Allstate.
And over the line, Nazar down the slot, shoots, he scores! Welcome to the Chicago Blackhawks, Frank Nazar. Over the start line, shoots, he scores! Beauty by Reichel, and this one's all tied up at 1. Takes them all, right in, scores!
Capability inside and out. How it should be. The Hyundai Santa Fe.
Lease the Santa Fe for $299 a month or get up to $3,500 bonus cash on select Santa Fe or Santa Fe hybrid vehicles. Hurry in today.
Download the Chicago Sports Network app so you can stream live Blackhawks games and stay up to date on all your favorite Chicago sports teams. Download the CHSN app. Start your 7-day free trial today.
Yeah, and Dom Toninato, who last year played in a couple of playoff games with the Winnipeg Jets. Played in 5 regular season games with them too, Rick. But he's a real good personality and, you know, a real good depth pickup here for Kyle Davidson and the pro scouting staff. He seemed to fit in that room like a glove too. You know, a very personable guy, but comes to work. He knows how to work. I mean, the Winnipeg Jets have had a hard-working franchise. You know, they've been knocking on the door for the 5 years that Dom has been a part of the Winnipeg Jets organization. So the old guy between the two young ones on the wing.
Go. Leafs pick, 5 seasons as mentioned, Panger with the Jets, and I'm trying to stick with the Blackhawks. We get an offside at the Chicago blue line.
Yeah, there's Jack Pridham over there to the right. And yeah, you're right. Pridham had a heck of a season last year, going from the B the British Columbia Junior Hockey League,
which is a Tier 2 league.
Exactly. And then they find out with the changes that he could go to college next year, but still play Major A, which was not allowed a half a year ago.
Yep.
And so he's going to go back to Kitchener, and there's a good chance that he goes next year to college because he's committed. And then he can't come to camp next year.
He'll be in school. He's committed to BU as well. So, boy, Connor Bedard's had some jump in this first period.
Oh, he sure has. Sure has. I mean, listen, I can't say enough about his camp, his attitude, his personality. And I've been told that the same thing happened at the orientation camp with Team Canada. And John Cooper left that incredibly impressed with Connor.
You and I were at practice early in camp and both looked at each other when he hit the ice for the first time and said he's noticeably faster this year.
And it's the crossover speed.
Joey Anderson into the zone, chopped off his stick. Played around by Wallander, loose inside the line, settled down there by Becker, and he'll backhand it to center ice. Lafferty back with the Hawks, able to dump it in. Actually traded for him in the summer last year. He didn't sign. He was a free agent, went to Buffalo and back to the Hawks this summer. As that goes all the way down for an icing call, just under 12 minutes left in period one.
Well, let's take a look at Team Canada, the orientation camp, and an amazing group of athletes, not just the men's hockey club. It's every part of the national team, and Connor playing in the golf tournament right there. And Kanaskas, have you played that golf course?
I have not, but it's spectacular. The whole area is just amazing, Tanger. God's country up there.
Yeah, it sure is. Beautiful stuff right there. And on the, we'll get to the American side as well, that, Frankie Nazar and Alex Vlasic, who are huge parts of the U.S. World Championship gold. The first time in 92 years USA won a gold at the World Championship. So that is just a huge accomplishment for them. This is going to be a heck of an Olympics this year.
No ice, puck was deflected. Whoa, Crevier, was icing, pardon me.
Lafferty came right in there in defense of Crevier. And Austin Watson, the veteran, he's a rugged winger as well. He's having words with Lafferty. And let's go over to the World Championships that were held in Sweden, and they got the Johnny Gaudreau sweater there honoring the late Johnny Hockey in their victory. And there's Frankie Nazar on the right and Alex Vlasic, Chicago's own, right there on the left. So, boy, just an incredible accomplishment. And assistant coach Mike Vellucci was also part of that coaching staff there, and he had Frank Nazar in that bumper position on the power play, and it worked beautifully.
Picked up 12 points in 10 games in the World Championships. He was spectacular. He's building on a terrific season last year, and of course rewarded with a big contract in the offseason coming into the year for Frank Nazar, the Detroit native, who apparently has 100 friends and family at the game tonight. There's a shot, rebound, skate that trickles just wide as it went off Berggren and wide of the goal. That ricocheting off of Soderblom.
Good play by Pridham, though, again. I mean, he's looked good in camp, and he's looked very confident in this game. A special game for he and Van Acker, having family and friends so close as well.
Wings on the attack. Shot off the wing is fired wide. That ricochets up the boards and all the way out. That'll go back into their own zone as Lagesson races back to it.
That's Brandsic Nygaard, and he's number 28, a right-hand shot. And I told you before the game, Rick, I said, watch out. This kid can absolutely fire the puck. And he did. He missed on the stick side there.
There's a steal, chance for Moore with a pass in front. It bounced off traffic, and it trickles through on Kosu. Smothers the puck as Moore trying to make a play on the backhand to the front of the goal.
Well, at the other end of the ice, there's Nygaard. That was the first play, excuse me. The shot from the wing by Comfer, and Berggren's in front of the net. And again, the battle in front, and there's Pridham here, 82, that comes in to support the defenseman. And Moore here, I have found so far early in this game that this line here of Moore, Nazar, and Thompson, I think they're trying for the next play a little bit too much. I think the talk after the first period will be to them, fire the puck, guys. Okay, too many little plays, trying a little cross-seam plays in the next play. They're getting picked off. Let's get to the nuts and bolts of it. Fire pucks, test Kosa with the shot, and go hard for the rebound.
Face-off win, Bedard. Reichel back to Rinzel. He'll wrist it around. Waiting for it over there is Carter Mazur for the wings, but it's stolen by Doc. There's a hot pass in front by Bedard. Just off the mark. He throws his head back in frustration as that goes all the way back to the Hawks blue line.
I like that, though. On his stick and off the stick. Real quick play.
Puck played in. Kosa puts the puck to the corner, stolen. There's a pass, shot, stop, rebound, Kosa down, then chop away, and he's able to stop that. Still loose, side of the goal, big scramble, and it's finally covered up for a whistle. Hawks all around it.
Yeah, Wallinder's got his arm right around the neck there of Sam Renzel, trying to keep him off it, and this is where Colton Dach, who's wearing number 34 this year, not number 28, he gave that to Andre Burakovsky. And Colton Dach, in situations like this, it's imperative that he get that big body right here. Any kind of scrums that take place, and be a physical sort. There's Renzel. You can see at the very bottom of the right, just getting grabbed by the back of the scruff of the neck right there to get him off the play. Another good shift there by Bedard's line.
They've been creating chances every time they've hit the ice so far in this opening period.
And there we got Moore, Nazar, and Thompson. All three can skadoodle. They can skate. Let's see if they get some clean looks on net.
Andre Becker waved out of the circle. Seager steps in. And now Nazar gets waved out. Oliver Moore in.
It's Hollywood Knights, buddy.
Yeah, that's right. With a name like Seager, you better make it Red Wings.
You bet it. You bet.
Detroit royalty. There's a long pass up the wing. It's steered into the zone. Chasing after it. Gabriel Seager behind the net, back on the puck. Looks in front. Try to jam it on goal himself. Chopped away. Soderblom down, able to cover up in the crease as he lays down the big mitt for a whistle.
Little poking around right there with Levshinov and Austin Watson.
Just past the midway mark. Period one. Still goalless in Detroit on Chicago Sports Network. Looking for ultimate flexibility while still getting access to the biggest games of the year? Whether you select a quarter season plan or a customizable pick'em plan, we've got you covered with options that fit your schedule. Go to tickets.com or tickets.blackhawks.com and learn more.
Well, for Arvid, it was disappointing that his brother Elmer, who's had a real good camp again, his brother's got some soft mitts. He's 6'8". And has a real big chance to be a full-timer here with the Red Wings.
I got a chuckle last season when they played against each other. I saw him in the hallway. I go, Arvid, there's your little brother. You're 6'3". He's 5 inches taller than you are.
Yeah.
I feel stupid calling him my little brother. But
I think Arvid had a heck of a year last year. I mean,
I agree.
And he had arbitration rights. They agreed on a 2-year deal before it got to that point, and he got rewarded. I mean, a 2-year deal. He played 36 games last year. He was also with Sweden at the World Championships as well. Big step for him. Much improved last year from the year before, in my opinion.
Berggren with a chip in. He's up with Conker on the forecheck, but the Hawks get it around to Joey Anderson, and he banks it out. No icing. And Carter Bear goes back to it. Wings break out. Little chip in play by Danielson. He'll stay up on the forecheck. Leaned on by Del Mastro. Hawks settle it down. And it's played off the boards and out by Tony Nato, but it's too hard, and that'll be an icing call on Chicago.
Well, let's take a look at the offseason right here. And Frankie Nazar gets that extension. He's still on the 3rd year of his entry-level deal, but what a contract for Frank Nazar right there. Ryan Donato, spectacular last year, career year, 4 years. Spencer Knight came over from Florida, 3 years. There's Arvid. Wyatt Kaiser got the 2-year deal, and same with Louis Crevier. Wyatt Kaiser, they agreed on it the night before training camp opened. He was a restricted free agent.
Off the draw, quick shot, stopped by Soderblom, rebound knocked away. Finney, you got the shot away, and Soderblom's able to make the save. They're real high on this Emmett Finney hanger here in Detroit. They love his camp. He's a product out of the Kamloops Blazers. Put up a ton of points. He was a 7th-round draft pick.
Yeah, I love that.
And he sort of come out of nowhere and just started playing better and better.
I love those stories. I mean, you don't, even if you're not drafted, if you're any kids out there, I mean, the path can still lead to this great league right here. But yeah, Finney, you're right. 201st pick in that draft. You got to come and show up. You got to come and play. We got a lot of 3rd-round picks, 2nd-round picks. It's not just the top 10 picks that are the ones that become impactful for your organization.
Had a couple good late-round picks for a long time in this city on this team that led them to multiple championships. Zetterberg and Datsuk. There's a shot pad save, kicked away. Rebound scooped up on the near side by Wallinder. He'll cut in behind, try to work it in front. That was chipped aside. Onto it now is Sheldon Dries. Passed over on the far flank. A little sustained pressure here. Shot deflecting wide of the goal, and now it's chipped back to the other side. Dries there again, drops it off for Mazur. Pass off a stick, and that'll find its way out to center ice and all the way back inside the Detroit blue line. The Hawks able to get a change, badly needed. Here comes Carter Mazur with a dump in. Levshunov to the loose puck. Under pressure, forced the other way, and he'll have a chance to work it ahead on the left side as he carries to the line with a long pass and a chance off the stick of Colton Dach and deep into the zone.
He's going to get a minor penalty for slashing, it looks like. Dach came across strong on his stick, and he came over top of the defenseman, Shai Bodium. First power play of the game so far.
Chicago 34, minor penalty slashing.
Eric Furlat with the call. Dach goes to the box.
Here he comes right here. And just enough that it snaps that stick in half. The Levshunov comes down the left boards, and he feeds right there to Dach. Dach's trying to stay onside, and it doesn't go off his stick blade. It goes off his skate blade, and because of that, he ends up taking the minor penalty.
Wings had a very good power play last season. Now, most of the guys who are going to be on it this year aren't playing tonight, but they were the fourth best power play in the league. Hawks special teams played way above their weight last season. They had a terrific year on both the power play and the penalty kill, which ranked 14th last season. As the Wings go to work, there's a shot turned away by Soderblom. Loose puck chipped off a stick into the air, knocked aside, and here's a chance as Oliver Moore racing down the right side, short-handed, trying to get it in front. Weak backhander, glove down by Kosa, and he'll leave it at the side of the goal.
Yeah, and the PK is an area that Mike Pekka is an expert in that, but they want speed, and they want to be on the hunt on the penalty kill. Last year, Jeff Blashill and his staff there in Tampa Bay. There's Oliver Moore here. Once he sees this shot leave the zone right here by Nazar and then by Kaiser, it actually glances off the forward of the Red Wings, and then Oliver Moore is able to go. He takes it to the back end, trying to feed it to Frank Nazar, who was driving hard to the net, but it never got through. Berggren to the right-handed Coffer. Coffer gets dumped from behind right there by Levshunov. It's a way to take care of home plate right there. Eliminate the man.
Finney wins the face-off. Green pressuring, does a good job, knocks it free, and here goes Renzel. Works it to the line with Lafferty. Tried to feather a pass through the feet of the defender, but couldn't get it through, as that pass was blocked by Ian Mitchell.
Yep.
And it winds up in the corner.
Yeah, why not fire that one? Just fire it. You got a man already driving hard to the net. But I think that's what happens early on in camp. You come from play, you think you see a play that's right there, but good defending by the Wings.
Emmett Finney plays the puck all the way around, waiting for it back at the line is Leonard. He'll carry down the right side and try and set it up with a play down low. Return pass to Leonard in the corner. Feeds it back to the point. Fired across. Danielson puts it back over to the front of the goal to Finney. Backhand pass, and it's finished off. Nice play. And Mazur able to put it in on the power play. And the Wings take a 1-0 lead.
Well, that's a heck of a pass right there. Finney takes it, protects it, and he catches Renzel by surprise, spinning backwards, using his back part of his body there to protect it right here, and then just slides it right between the legs and to the far side, and Mazur knows that all he has to do is tap that one in. Soderblom, the goaltender, gets committed to where Finney was, and it's a hard push to the right to be able to block it. So a beautiful play there by Finney that we've talked a lot about early on in this hockey game. Making a case for himself here.
Yes.
Not a whole lot of openings with the Red Wings, but he has certainly opened up some eyes with his great play.
84 points in 55 games with the Kamloops Blazers in the Western Hockey League last season. And he sets up that goal by Mazur. Here comes Crevier. There's a shot. That's off a stick. Wallinder got in the way, and the puck goes out of play. We get a whistle. We'll take a break. Hawks down by 1 on a power play goal by the Red Wings.
Well, Anders Sorensen, welcome back and big part of the organization, and I'm real glad that he's back as an assistant coach after taking over for Luke Richardson last year. I thought he did a heck of a job. A real good coach, and there's Mike Pekka to his right. And boy, did I love covering those national games where Pekka went head-to-head with Eric Lindros, and there's Mike Vellucci on the right, and obviously Jeff Blashill there on the left, the former goaltender. We can't have enough goaltenders in our organization. And Jeff Blashill was a fine netminder in the USHL and at Ferris State with the Bulldogs. Ferris State, the Bulldogs? I better get that right.
Yeah, you're taxing my my team name knowledge here, Panger. I think you're right, but
yes, it is.
Yes. Bedard, face-off win with some help. Rinzel plays it down the boards. It's knocked away from Colton Dock, and the wings break out with a pass up the right side, steered into the zone by Jonathan Berggren. Who's up on the forecheck, given a rough ride by Del Mastro. Connor Bedard, little pass off the boards, finds its way over to Rinzel, who leads the rush. The defenseman down the left wing, into the zone, trying to walk it across. Knocked away. Dock with a shot into the stomach of Kosu, grabs that and hangs on.
Quick little shot there by Doc, but let's take a look at his centerman for this game. Connor Bedard in the offseason, North Vancouver boys, and there's Macklin Celebrini as well. And this was giving us a little example here of the quick hands, of the feet, of the crossovers, of the speed. And it is noticeable. And yes, there is a whole lot of star power in that photo for Connor Bedard. He also cut down a little bit on the length of his stick. I think a lot of fans recognize that his stick is very long for a guy that's about 5'10", but he's cut that back a little bit. The flex of the stick is a little firmer. A lot of it will not affect his shot. It'll, in fact, enhance his stick handling ability in tight. And on the face-off dot, the stick will be a little firmer for some of those face-offs and those battles where if it's a longer, whippier stick, it's a little bit more difficult when you're in tight against, especially experienced face-off guys, big, strong guys that are leaning on top of you. So
he did work a lot in his face-offs last season, Panger, and he got much better as the year went on.
Yeah, he did.
In that area. So it's one area, you know, it's much easier. It's the old cliche, but cliches are cliches usually because they're true. It's easier to play with the puck. And if you can win face-offs on a more regular basis,
well, I mean,
you're going to get more chances, obviously.
You know, if your shift lengths are a minute, most times, I mean, you lose the face-off, and you chase it for 20, you might get it back for 10, you're at 30, maybe 40 seconds, and then you want to make a play. Well, now you're at a minute, and it's time to change. But, you know, so that's the frustrating part. So all the great players in the league, they work on their face-offs because they want the puck. They don't want to chase it.
Moore with the puck, drops it off in the corner. He and Watson do a little shoving.
That's a good matchup.
Two big guys come together.
That's a good matchup there for Doc. Austin Watson not afraid to dig down deep and stir things up as well, but he's a willing combatant. Those bits will come off with no hesitation. And here's the play in front. Nothing much to it, but you see Doc trying to go to the blue paint, and bang. Boy, Watson was lucky he didn't get called there for a minor and should have been.
Yeah, you saw the ref saying, hey, close. Just the one penalty so far, and that went the way of the...
It's training camp. Let him go. Let's see what happens.
Well, 15 from last year. Big, tall defenseman. Yep. Crevier fires it back in.
Yeah, he appears taller than 6'4", doesn't he? Maybe because he is lean. He's just a shade under 200.
There's a pass towards the intended target. That was broken up with a good stick and turned back by the Hawks. Joey Anderson with a flip in. Going back to it is Mitchell. And now Finney, who made the pass. A beautiful setup on the power play goal by Mazur. Puck dumped in. Soderblom stops that behind the net. As we approach the final 2 minutes of the opening period. Center ice is Vanacker, who dumps the puck in, put him up on the forecheck, bumping into Wallinder. Knocked free towards John Leonard, but he couldn't clear. Gets some help by Wallinder, retreats back into the corner. And the puck's up the boards. Leonard tied up, penalty coming up. Lemshinov got his stick under the arm of Leonard, and that will send Detroit to the power play.
Trying to be aggressive along the
Chicago
boards.
55, minor and penalty holding.
And it looked like the one hand just got latched underneath. You get a closer look right there as he's on the offensive side of the puck originally, and maybe Leonard kind of grabbed on a little bit. You see right there, he tucked that left elbow, a little chicken wing right there, made it look a lot worse than what it was. But bottom line, Levchinov only guilty of just trying to be a little bit too aggressive right there. Leonard, a savvy veteran, put on the brakes, stopped. Levchinov went too far north.
Hawks looking for a big kill late in the period. Wings are 1 for 1 in the power play, and they'll go to work here. Pass down low to Bear, puts it back under the wing, gets it back again, side of the goal, pass back to the right side. Throw it on goal and turned away by Soderblom.
That was a nice setup there.
Here's Bear one more time. Berggren, Comfer, Bear trying to put it in front. That's deflected away, and it slides out to center ice.
Good release in there by Oliver Moore, reading that play. And that forward with a wicked shot. Nygaard was sliding in there. Here he is.
Yep. Nygaard with a shot and a blocker save by Soderblom. Steers the rebound to the corner. Chip back up the boards all the way back to the line. Pellicup plays it back down the wall. Berggren's pass off a skate, bounced off of the intended target and out to center ice. Forensic Nygaard back on the attack. He'll work it down the right side all the way into the corner. Takes a bump there from Del Mastro, knocks him over. Loose puck played in behind the net, fired back around the boards, picked up by Berggren, who keeps the play alive in the offensive zone. Mitchell puts it back to the right side, gets the return pass with a wrister, and that bounced off traffic in front. Soderblom got a piece of it, and the loose puck's finally fired all the way down the ice. As period 1 comes to an end, 40 seconds of this power play will carry over.
Well, the penalty kill got tested here. There was some really good puck movement right there. Good example of it. And good save there by the goaltender Soderblom. And this long shot again glanced off the stick of Soderblom as he came out to Motown.
Down 1-0 on a power play goal by the Red Wings. Coming up, we'll take a look back at some of the highlights of the offseason, including Jeff Blashill's hire, Ryan Donato's re-signing, Frank Nazar's contract extension, and more. All coming up on the Binny's Intermission Live Report.
Do the do.
Most people often wonder what's in this room. This is called the Sonia Henning Room. It's for the Wirtz family, their friends, and guests. It started at the old Chicago Stadium. I was just a yellow jacket. Security wore yellow jackets. We were all off-duty Chicago police officers. You always hear about Chicago being a blue-collar town. People like to see that effort, not just the finesse of the game, but the desire to score, the extra oomph, if you want to say, the extra push to make it just that much better. You want to see that from their players because they themselves know that they sometimes have to work harder for things. You always hear the expression, this is our house. There's always that mindset that you want to look your best when you're playing before your home crowd. You want to show them some excitement. It's because what you're seeing is professional and nobody else can do it. Nobody else can do it as well as we can.
This is Chicago Sports Network.
With the 3rd pick of the 2025 NHL Draft, the Chicago Blackhawks select from Djurgården, Anton Frundell.
Pictures on my family. You can see my dad, my mom, and how do I do this? I have my sister down here, and then it's just some pictures of me when I was younger. I don't know. One of the people who means the most for me in my life, so inside here and my family's support.
Well, that was from the draft this past summer. Panger, another top 3 pick for the Hawks. They're building for the future. They've loaded up on prospects and 3 more first-round picks this past draft.
Yeah, and I think one of the more interesting picks, and certainly, you know, Mason West going in the first round. The Hawks had 2 fairly significant second-round picks. Kyle Davidson wanted Mason West. He trades the 2 seconds for a late first and gets the guy they wanted. He is an unbelievable athlete, a great quarterback, and so he's got a very unique forward path when you look at him. He's a captain, he's a quarterback with the Dyna and the Hornets, and this throw right here, right to the end zone. It looks good, and it is. What
Nice
a pass.
catch, too.
The great catch, great pass. So he'll play half the season there, and then he'll get the hockey gear on. And I know that Jeff Blashill and the Chicago Blackhawks are very, very excited about their draft, about Anton Frondell, about Nestor Sill, and of course Mason West as well.
Well, you know, you talk about him being a football player, and he had opportunities, interest in going on to play college football. He wants to be a hockey player. A.J. Spelsey was not a first-round pick. Another guy who was a football player on the defensive side of the ball, but another prospect with some football background who chose hockey, and another terrific athlete in the system. And how about these two guys? Look at the time on ice for these two young defensemen, Rinzel and Del Mastro, a big part of the future for this club.
Yeah, well, Del Mastro he's really shown he's got a lot of side to his game. He's got some good instincts offensively. He's not going to make mistakes that are going to burn you. I think I'm not saying he's not cautious by any stretch of the imagination. He's a big body. He gets in the way. And then Sam Rinzel, of course, a lot of pressure on Sam. You know, a lot of expectations. Everybody talking about Sam after his debut in the NHL last year, after the, a terrific couple of seasons there at Minnesota.
Came up, played 9 games. He had 5 assists his last 6 in the NHL, and just such a smooth skater by the end. He was playing 25 minutes a night. He was quarterbacking the top power play. And speaking of power plays, Wings finishing off their second here to start the early stages of the middle period. Levshunov on his feet, ready to step out of the box. There's a pass across. Berggren takes a look with a shot, and that's off the knob of the stick of Soderblom, and the puck goes out of play just as the penalty comes to an end.
You're exactly right about that. Berggren, the left-hand shot, he's a slick player. It's just been difficult trying to find his way up the lineup here in Detroit. But Berggren, you can see the knob of the stick right there, and it turns his hand over, and you can hear the clunk of that sound of it. So he's obviously labeled over the top of the blocker's side, but he gets a break by nibbling off the end of his stick.
Connor Bedard had a lot of jump in that first period, facing off against Sheldon Dries. And Bedard wins the face-off with some help. Puck to the corner. Kaiser there. Levshunov trying to get it back to him, but the Wings are applying pressure and able to force a turnover as the puck settled down by John Leonard. Banked around towards Dries on the other side. He'll try and shovel it back to the line. Got it there. Hot pass across from Mitchell. Picks it up off the boards. Chipped through. Onto the puck now is Mazur, the goal scorer, but he's checked neatly by Kaiser. And Kaiser finds Bedard, and he hits Colton Dock out of center.
That all starts with a great defending play, though, by Wyatt Kaiser. I mean, he eliminated the man, he gets the puck, and he's such a fleet skater. He's able to get to it and get it out of the zone quickly. In the meantime, Connor Bedard's now 5 for 6 on the face-off dot in this game.
Mazur's pass steered ahead, and it bounces off the linesman. Passed in front, pad save. Soderblom on that chance there. Great opportunity. After a bit of a weird play at the blue line, and Seager gets shut down by Soderblom to keep it a 1-goal game.
Oh, it looked like Seager was trying to maybe go between the legs right there after a nice pass and a little give and go right there, but Soderblom with a better save. And here's Kaiser right there, leaning into Mazur, and then makes a little backhand pass to Connor, and Connor fires it over to the far side, and Doc's able to get it in deep.
Ryan Green waved out of the circle. Lafferty steps in. Wings change up as well. Gabe Seager into the circle. Lafferty wins the draw. Puck play behind the net. Swept up the near side. Anderson hassled. Able to knock it free to Korchinski, and the Hawks have a chance to get it out. Sam Lafferty with a dump in. Hawks hard on the forecheck. Able to get control. It's Green with a pass back to Crevier with a shot, and a stop there by the goaltender Kosa. Rebound put wide of the goal by Green. Puck comes back to Crevier. Slapper block. That hurt. One off the leg of Becker. He goes down, trying to get back to his feet. Puck goes past him, past Crevier, and out to center ice. Worked back in down the left side by Lafferty. Pushed to the boards. Puck played all the way around, and onto it now is Becker. Looks like he's okay after blocking that Crevier shot. And now the puck slides back into the zone, and both teams start to change as the Hawks are on it inside their own blue line. Banacker feeds it across. Now it's played through. And a penalty coming up as tripped up was Toninato, and that will send Chicago to its first power play of this hockey game.
Really solid execution. I think Jeff Blashill's got to be real pleased, you know, with how the players have taken training camp and how many stops and starts and how many blown whistles.
2 minutes tripping.
Little tripping call right there. And the reason why the tripping call was made was because the Hawks really snapped that puck around. Started with Van Acker and then over to Pridham, right there to Toninato, and he gets tripped up right there by Nygaard. And before that, good passing there by Green, right to Crevier. The shot on goal stopped right there, and they continue it on. Green had the handle on the rebound, but it just missed right here. And again, good quick puck movement.
Hawks go to work, first power play of the game for them. Bedard sets up on the left side with a pass back to Rinzel. Takes a look, passing to Bedard with a one-timer, scores! Connor Bedard on the power play, lets it go from the top of the circle and finds the back of the net. Hawks have tied this one up at 1.
And this is why Rinzel is going to be so effective on the power play. I mean, we were talking about Mason West, the quarterback. Well, Rinzel looks one way. He pushes everybody towards his right to their left. And as he does so there, fakes the shot, pulls them back, but he puts that puck right on a tee for Connor Bedard. Bedard and all great goal scorers, they can adjust. It doesn't always have to be perfect, but make no mistake, this is. And Connor gets a lot on it, and it squeezes by the stick side of Sebastian Cossa in the net.
Bedard had 11 power play goals last season, most by a Blackhawk since DeBrincat back in 21-22. So he was terrific on the man advantage, and he's got that great shot. Let it go there on the one-timer, and the Hawks tied this game up early stages, second period. And that's off a stick, and it winds up going out of play exactly 3 minutes into the middle frame.
And obviously a key is winning the face-off. And now Connor, if I'm not mistaken, is 7 for 8.
I think Nazar might have taken that face-off, Panger, but you would have been right. They did, and they won it, which is a key.
I'm not quite there at game shape yet. Concentration isn't quite there just yet, but we're getting there. Someone won the face-off.
Hey, listen, the point is still valid.
Yes.
They won the face-off. And it was a big factor as Bedard was set up and took that nice pass from Rinzel. A power play that was good last year for the Hawks. Panger finished seventh in the league. And Rinzel with a defensive play as he knocks the puck away from danger, and Hawks able to work it ahead. Moore trying to steer it out, gets a second chance and got it to center ice.
And so is the penalty kill as well. And in saying that, Kevin Dean, former NHL defenseman, and he ran the D for a number of years, did a great job. He is now in Vancouver. So good luck to Kevin in Vancouver. New job there.
Yeah, we talked about it a lot last season, how the special teams way outperformed their record. Stumbling over the line into the zone was Aiden Thompson. Now the Red Wings turn it back the other way on the counter as John Leonard drops it off for a one-timer from the blue line, and that's gobbled up as Mitchell let it fly, and Soderblom's able to hang on.
Well, let's go back to the face-off, and here is Frank Nazar wins it on the backhand, pushes it over to Rinzel. Rinzel to Connor. Connor right back at it. A little give and go right here. He tries to drag the PK down low, bring it up high, and there's the one-timer you're looking for right there, and it's a beauty.
And like most teams, they have not worked much on the power play so far.
That was an 80-mile-an-hour snapshot there from Connor Bedard after Nazar won the draw.
Levshunov around to Reichel, bumped, puck free, chipped to the blue line, and it slides up to center ice where the Wings get control and work it back in. Chipped off the boards by Danielson. Puck battle in behind, it's swept back around to the far side. Wallander with a shot, and that bounced, oh, it's in! What a play. Looked like it caught the crossbar, but the back bar, and it's a 2-1 Detroit lead.
That is Nate Danielson gets to the front of the net, and his stick was in the air and then quickly down on the ice. He's number 29. A quick shot, and man, that is fast. No chance whatsoever for the goaltender. I mean, unless it luckily glances off your shoulder or mask, but that one there, the 9th overall pick in 2023 from Brandon. Played his junior hockey against Connor. has spent 1 year in the American Hockey League with Grand Rapids, just down the road, a few hours away.
Yeah, they would have seen a lot of each other in the Western League days.
Sure did.
And a good play there puts Detroit back on top. 2-1. Bounced into the zone by the Red Wings. Up on the forecheck, Watson. Fed back to the line by Becker, but off the mark, and that'll go all the way down the ice. Approach the 5-minute mark of the second period. Both teams making changes. Good stick there by Marek Van Acker as he's able to knock it back to the corner. Recovered though by Berggren, plays it around to the other side, and it's Carter Bear able to make a play out the center ice. Here comes Berggren on the attack by himself. He'll work it to the corner, waits for support. Taken away. But Bear is able to get it back with a play to the slide, and that shot fought off by Soderblom on a look there for Bouillon. Shot Bouillon with a good look. Gets it back again, works it down the wing. Drops it off. Mitchell, top of the circle, that missed. Puck all the way around. Played back towards the corner. Berggren able to steal, but a penalty coming up. And that will be against the Wings for a high stick against Wyatt Kaiser that will send the Hawks back to the power play for the second time in the period.
Kaiser's checking his nose right here. Here's that shot that you're talking about by Bouillon. Shai Bouillon with a wicked shot, but a good save there by Soderblom. Got his left shoulder on that one, maybe the crook of his elbow as well. But Wyatt Kaiser gets clipped up high, and you can see 44 in the white right there. And Berggren just trying to lift up his stick. He doesn't. He just gets him right in a mush.
Another win by Nazar on the power play. Sets it up. Brinzel played it to the far side, but the pass by Reichel was off the mark, picked off and cleared all the way down the ice. Sam Brinzel. Such a good skater out the center. He'll bump it back. Reichel on it. Feeds it ahead. Here comes Bedard, the goal scorer. Drops it off for Nazar down the right side. Carries towards the corner. All the way around now for Colton Dach, waiting back inside the blue line. Nazar, top of the circle. Lets it go. That shot blocked. Hamannik got in the way. Rebound to Reichel. Back to the point now to Rinzel. Wrists it down low for Lucas Reichel. Sam Rinzel. Wrister. Off traffic. Dry's got in the way. And now Bedard's check puck goes down the ice. Minute 13 left in the power play. Top unit stays out. Sam Rinzel carries out. Makes a little move. Gets around a check and Comfer. A long shot stopped, and Kosa gobbles that up and hangs on.
Yeah, I think Frankie Nazar maybe wanted a stretch pass immediately, but Sam Rinzel had some bodies on him, and his best probably opportunity was just to continue skating. And at the end of the shift, maybe a little out of gas. No way to find Nazar standing still at the blue line like that. There was no movement. So Kosa makes an easy save and covers it up. Now the second power play unit will get an opportunity here.
Scramble draw, puck comes free, Hawks on it. They'll get control and go to work on the man advantage. Green plays it across, Levchinov on the wrister, and that bounced off a skate into the corner. Moore can't get there in time. Confredez chips it ahead. Look out. They've got a chance for a breakaway. Short-handed opportunity. It's fired wide by Mazur, looking for a second goal of the game. Plays it all the way back, and that'll go down the ice. Killing off some more time as Mitchell gets back to it.
Rick Levchinov put himself in a bad spot, and he made a turn to his left instead of just staying where he was. He almost left good ice for bad ice right there and didn't see the second wave of Red Wings, which is Mazur coming down the middle.
Moore turning with a play back to the line. Levchinov wrist shot blocked in front. Loose puck picked up and cleared. That was Bouillon with the block, and the puck's played all the way down. Final seconds of this second power play, winding down as Levchinov puts the puck onto the wing. Bump back. Soderblom has to play it. Levchinov didn't see the wing racing in on the forecheck, and now he's able to reset as the penalty comes to an end. And leaves the puck in his zone back to 5-on-5. Both teams are 1 for 2 in the man advantage. Watson's pass all the way across. Jabbed out by Levchinov, picked up by Nazar, and he'll flip it into the zone. Dach hassling. Tumbles to the ice with Watson. They both go down. As the Wings chip the puck in, Becker plays it in deep. Rinzel goes to it. Plays the puck up the boards. And it's Del Mastro. Gains the red line, puck deep, big bounce out of the corner. It's scooped up there by Lagesson, played up the far side, cut off by Nazar. Here's Bedard in behind. With a play back to the line of Del Mastro, try to make a quick pass, but lost the handle. Puck slides to center ice. Dumped back in by the Hawks. Big bounce out of the corner. Cossa able to cut it off and leave it behind the net.
Yeah, tough break right there. Del Mastro just, it looked like he was looking for the next play, and it just fumbled off his stick after the Hawks did a good job of getting it down low.
Compher with a pass. There's a shot from top of the circle by Mitchell. Stopped by Soderblom. Picked up and worked in. Oh! Big save by Soderblom off Mitchell, who came racing in, and Soderblom with the nicest stop of the game so far, able to make the save and keep it a 1-goal lead.
That's a beautiful push from his right skate to get to the left and make this save.
Connor Bedard scoring on the power play. The Hawks are on the board, but down by 1. Well, the wait is over. Blackhawks fans, don't miss a second of the action at the United Center this season. From centennial celebrations to can't-miss matchups, now is your chance to be part of the energy, the history, and create unforgettable moments. Secure your seats today. Go to Blackhawks.com/tickets.
There's some Hawk fans here in the Motor City, and in the meantime, what a save that is on Mitchell, the former Hawk. I mean, you talk about a great push from his left, gets over to from his right to his left, and it is explosive, and he has made some tremendous saves here in this first preseason game.
17th save of the game, his best so far as the Hawks win the face-off. 9 minutes gone here in the second. Crevier banks it ahead, and it's turned into the zone by Sam Lafferty. Bouillon bumped by Green. Anderson plays the puck to Crevier, tried a quick shot off a stick, and that deflects out of play. Hawks fans, catch every second of Blackhawks hockey all season long right here on Chicago Sports Network, available on DirecTV and DirecTV Stream, Xfinity, Fubo, Uverse, and RCN, or you can stream on the CHSN app once authenticated. CHSN, where Chicago comes first.
How about Joey Anderson at his brother's bachelor party? His first hole-in-one. How about that? They're accomplished golfers.
Well done, Joey.
Great Minnesota family right there.
There's a long shot by Dries, blocked by Crevier. Puck played back to the line. Hamonic lets it go wide, looking for a ricochet in front, but it hit the back of the net. Crevier sticks with it. Bumped by Dries, able to bank it behind the net to Kevin Korchinski, and he'll flip it out. Knocked down at center. Lafferty trying to work his way in. He's tied up by Wallander, who gets control and able to make a play. And now Watson through the neutral zone. A little chip and chase with the big winger. Levshunov caught a skate, took a spill. Watson steals the puck, played in front, just out of the reach of the intended target, Seager. Sandin Pellikut gains the line as he carries in down the right side, around the world, still with it. Back towards the blue line with a restore, pad save, rebound stop, another save by Soderblom, puck still loose. Lots of traffic in front of the Hawks goaltender. Finally, it's controlled by Chicago and swatted out by Anderson. Needs a change. He's running on fumes. Goes to the bench. Puck just shy of the icing line. And now it's fired ahead by the Red Wings, who pushed back here in the middle period. I think the Hawks had the edge, even though they were down after one. But Wings have shown a lot of jump here in the middle frame. Up 2-1. Past the midway mark of this hockey game.
Yeah, the Hawks getting a little out of sorts right here, but I think a lot of that has to do with the pressure that Detroit's giving them right now. Second period, long line change, and the Hawks have been hemmed a little bit.
Doc throws a pretty good hit at the far side on Bouillon as the Wings get the puck back up the right wing, and it's steered into the zone by Berggren. Soderblom's pass, that's off a skate, ricochets around. The Red Wings able to get a shot away, deflected in front of a pad save there by Soderblom.
Boy, another tricky one. Great concentration by Soderblom there. Right pad save.
Oliver Moore on the attack now as he wheels into the zone with a pass to Connor Bedard. Bedard plays it across. Rinzel lets it go, deflected in front, and Cossa with the save on a redirection. That pass ricochets off a stick and then a skate. Now the Wings able to work it through and chip it into the Hawk zone.
A little change here on this top line. Oliver Moore replacing Colton Dock, at least for now.
Puck goes all the way down. Racing back to it. Sandin Pellikka works it out from behind his own net. Makes a play on the wing to Danielson. He'll carry in down the left side. Pass over and diving to deflect that away was Connor Bedard.
Good effort right there. Otherwise, that is a one-timer.
Fired across, return pass. Sandin Pellikka lets it go off traffic. Chip towards the far side. Banked ahead, but not out. Danielson pushed off the puck by Rinzel, and the Hawks clear as it's lifted high through the neutral zone and inside Detroit territory.
Good play right there by Del Mastro, because Rinzel and Connor both been hemmed in right there. It was over a 1:25 shift. They were out of gas.
Hawks steal at center. Here's Nazar on the attack. Knocked off his stick. It's free to Vanacker, who's able to backhand it ahead at the end of a shift and head towards the bench.
Seager's showing some night moves. I can't help it.
Yeah, please.
Sorry.
There's a pass through. Knocked out of the air. I just want to turn the page from that one, Pangering. Let's move on. Let's chip the puck in deep. Oh, big hit thrown there, forcing a turn through to Colton Dach. Pressuring on the forecheck as it comes free on the far wing, and the wing's able to get it out. Worked through center by Lagesson, down the left side with a bit of room and a shot. Stopped by Soderblom, rebound off a body wide of the goal. Rinzel scoops up the loose puck. Pocket picked, trying to get back into it. Wings drop it off, penalty coming up. Mitchell makes a move, kicks it back up to his stick. Extra attacker coming on for the Wings on the delayed call. Sam Rinzel leans on Mitchell. And finally the Hawks touch the puck, and the Wings will get their third power play of the hockey game.
First goal of the game was a power play. Mazur scored from Finney.
Davies.
Awesome.
So get Allstate.
When two school plays went dark. This Adam was not on WhatsApp. This Adam was.
The wall, and it is out of here.
He's wide open. Holy jumping, what a play.
Going to the cross. Here's Foligno. There's a shot off. He's gone. Tipped in front by McCann. Enjoy all the perks of a suite with the best seats in the building. Purchase a group of 10 or more tickets with seats right behind the team's benches and receive 40 Blackhawks points with every ticket to use on food and beverage at the game. Go to blackhawks.com/groups and secure your experience today.
And here's the minor penalty right here. There's a little cross check there. After, I believe that was Austin Watson that rolled over top or by Bedard, and then he was kind of leaning forward, and Del Mastro just gave him a shove, knocking him a little forward there.
Finney steps in to take the draw against Nazar. Hawks pull it back, but the Wings are on it. Fed to the point. Mitchell lost the puck and has to reset out at center ice. Gets the return pass from Leonard. Inside 5 minutes to go here in the second. Wings are 1 for 2 on the power play so far tonight, looking to make it 2 for 3, but that shot off the outside of the post. Hawks want to kill this off and apply some late pressure. Down by 1. The pass finds its way to Mazur, who has the power play goal. Here's Leonard. Mitchell fakes the one-timer, fires it across. Mazur surveys, drops it off. Finney standing in front for the screen. That shot tipped wide of the goal. Picked up by Emmett Finney in the corner. Now Kaiser onto a loose puck. Calmly turns and fires it all the way down. Midway through this power play. JT Compher gathering speed. Feeds it across. Berggren plays it in down the left side. Tripped up was Brenzig Nygaard, but it's kept alive at the line. Fed across. Bear mishandled the puck, but it stays in the zone. Gets it back with a pass down low. Comfort from behind the net. Banks it over on the far side. Berggren feeds the puck to the point. Gets the return pass in the circle play in front. Tip wide of the goal. Puck bounces up the boards. Wings applying some pressure. Bouncing puck. Hopped away, but it's settled down by Branson Nygaard. From just inside the line. He'll play the puck in deep all the way around. Far side. Berggren plays it back to the line. There's a fake shot. Now a wrister that doesn't get through off the stick of Sandin Pellikka. He gets the return pass as the power play comes to an end. Wings try to keep the pressure on. Hawks have killed it off. And Crevier there with a long dump in down the ice as Del Mastro steps out of the box, and that forces Cossa to play the puck.
Boy, it's tiring, even though there weren't a lot of quality chances. But great puck possession and movement by Detroit. Give the Hawks credit there. They stood their ground, kept it tight on the PK.
Didn't give up a shot. There's a shot, though, from the line. Blocker saved by Soderblom. Fed back to the point. One-timer stopped by Soderblom. Rebound wide. Hamonic took the first shot, and the shot in the second opportunity trickled wide of the post. Puck battle along the boards. Sam Rinzel leaned on in the corner as he's in a battle with Becker. Puck caught up in feet. Comes free. Pass back. Finds Wallander. Feeds it over. Gets it back from Hamonic. Travis Hamonic again with a wrist shot that's stopped by Soderblom. Lost the rebound. It slides free. Comes back in front. Soderblom dives out. And he's able to cover up for a faceoff. Inside 2 minutes to go in the second. Soderblom sharp. Hawks down by 1.
I'm being told this is...
Well, for Jeff Blashill, good athlete right there. Getting a chance to be in the city, checking out the Cubs, throwing the pitch. 42nd beside him, but in the 100th year of an Original Six franchise, what an opportunity it is for growth, development, but also main thing is establishing the proper culture going forward.
Great experience walking out onto those hallowed grounds and throwing out the first pitch.
Yeah, and the Bears game on Sunday. Rick, we were able to get there to the Bears game. This was the previous.
This was the home opener. We were there on this past Sunday.
Yes, we
were. They won. Clearly we're the good luck charm.
There's no doubt about that.
They heard we were in the building. Let's win it for Panger and Rick. Down, no icing, though. Soderblom plays it. Oh, look out. He almost gave it away to John Leonard, who would have had a wide open net as Soderblom was scrambling back. Levshunov fishes the puck free. And here comes Connor Bedard out to the neutral zone with a nice bank pass to Moore down the wing. Stops on the half boards. Pass finds Nazar. Levshunov. Quick pass in front by Bedard, and Moore was checked as the loose puck's corralled, and Bouillon able to clear it in at the end of his shift. Inside a minute to go in the period.
Yeah, a little change there late. Try to get a little spark. Hawks have been defending a lot in this period, so he puts Nazar and Connor Bedard together. Thompson had a great final season at Denver University, 21 goals and 55 points. There he is, 78, and he just kind of leans into him a little bit. Didn't look like a whole lot right there, but it's an interference call. Another power play for the home squad.
Won a championship at the University of Denver in 24. Went to the Frozen Four last season.
Yeah, quite a run.
Yep. Teammate was Shai Bouillon in Denver. There's a one-timer on the power play. That hit traffic, bounced in the corner.
DU's a great program.
It is.
Just ask our good friend John Miller.
And that goes straight out. It looks like it was tipped. No, they said tipped.
Okay.
So no penalty.
The referees do, the officials, the linesmen, and the refs on those plays.
Rinzel able to play it all the way down the ice. Mitchell Knocked off his stick. Del Mastro turns, banks it ahead. It got past Lafferty. And that should pretty much do it for the period. One last foray by the Wings. As Leonard works the puck in, it's fed all the way around. That'll do it. Period 2 comes to an end, so the remainder of this power play will carry over. And the second period ends with Detroit up 2-1.
Yeah, and a large reason for that is the goal. So a lot of credit goes to that guy right there, number 40.
Stopped 17 of 18 in this period. He was sharp. Hawks down by 1 through 40. Coming up, we get an in-depth look at when Jeff Blashill was hired from the fantastic Every Shift program. Coming up next, Binny's Intermission Live.
Attention passengers, this is your conductor speaking.
Doors open on the left at the United Center. If you want to come and see us at the Union Station on 6 or 7.
Attention passengers, this is your conductor speaking.
Doors open on the left side of the United Center. See us at Union Station tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Oh! Attention passengers, this is your conductor speaking.
Doors open on the left at the United Center.
Come see us tomorrow morning, Union Station.
All right, there they were at Union Station selling tickets. Why is Frank Nazar dressed up like Luigi from the Mario Brothers games? That's the one I'm trying to figure out.
What's he got a whistle going on right there? And then I like the prop. I like seeing Spencer Knight just come in there with the towel and just stand there. You know, but you know what? They're having fun. They're all going to grow together and do goofy things and have some spirit. So I enjoy that, and it's all for the Blackhawks.
It is.
Get out in the community. We've all done that as part of the responsibility of being a National Hockey Leaguer. You've got to get yourself out there.
And both those guys contributing on the one goal the Hawks have scored. It came on the power play. And it was a beautiful face-off win, and Bedard ultimately with the finish.
Yeah, a face-off win there by Frankie Nazar on the right side. Wins it back, plays it to Sam Renzel. A little give-and-go right here, not once but twice. And then while Connor Bedard drags the Red Wings down low, he walks up high, and he takes a one-timer and a perfectly executed play all the way around. Good pass by Renzel. Face-off win by Nazar, and a tremendous snapper right there by Connor Bedard. Now, it's a 2-1 hockey game, outshot 29-13. The one thing is you take a look at Connor's first 2 NHL seasons, but the one thing that head coach Jeff Blashill said before, can they grind through the fatigue? Well, right now, they were taking on some water in the second. The goaltender helped bail them out, and I'm sure between periods, it's like, we're not going away here. Let's dial it up. You've got an opportunity to win a game for your goaltender and for yourselves and keep building that culture, so let's go. And let's take that puck north. But boy, has Arvid been very, very good so far in this hockey game.
And he's going to go the distance tonight, barring, knock on wood, anything unforeseen happening. Sebastian Cossa as well, still between the pipes at the other end, so both starting goaltenders will finish this game. Minute 22 left in this Detroit power play, carrying over from the end of period 2. They're 4th of the game. They're 1 for 3. Hawks are 1 for 2 in the man advantage. Shots 29-13 in favor of the Red Wings. Third period is underway. Nazar in a battle, able to win the puck back, and Moore bumps it back towards Louis Crevier. Oliver Moore again with a pass to Kaiser, and he'll dump it all the way down the ice.
Well, good job. That kills about 10-12 seconds off the clock right there, just by the battle that Frankie Nazar had in the faceoff dot, using his skates to pump it back and have possession.
Berggren carries through, puts the puck onto the wing. Bump back towards the blue line. Walked across now by Sandin Pellicu. Gets the return pass just inside the zone. Shadow by Moore. Fires a pass down the boards onto the stick of Carter Bear. Bumps it back. Bear goes to the front of the goal. Gets knocked down by Crevier. Pops back up as the pass finds its way back to the line. That shot deflected off traffic in front. Loose puck tipped over. Big save by Soderblom. And the rebound picked up and fired all the way down the ice by Nazar.
Boy, did he follow that puck. Tremendous 2 saves there by Soderblom. And the second one was the best. Pushing off, getting to his right and getting the pad on it.
Wings would have been offside. That forces Sandin Pellicu to regroup. He'll bump it across and then head off on a change. Second power play unit coming on for the Red Wings.
One stat that's really noticeable. the hyphenated names by the Red Wings. They are the leaders in the clubhouse. No one has more hyphenated names than the Detroit Red Wings.
Well, I get concerned as a play-by-play guy. What happens when people with hyphenated names start marrying each other? Are we going to have 4 names? We're going to be in big trouble.
Oh, not enough room on the sweater.
There's a shot by Leonard off the outside of the post. Puck bounced off Rinzel into the corner. Knock 3 there, and it's settled down by Mazur, who's got one of the 2 Red Wings goals. Puts the puck into the far side corner to Becker. He'll feed it back, but the D was changing, and now the Wings have to regroup out at center, and they might have too many men on the ice.
Well, Arvid in the net is really battling right there. He's got Bear in front of him, number 41. Danielson's knocking on the door as well, but he doesn't give up, and especially that one right there. I mean, a nice little pass, and he's got to push off right here, move to his right with all that traffic there. Carter Bear's behind him, he's beside him, but yet Arvid Soderblom finds the puck. Great concentration and movement. And there is too many men on the ice for Detroit, as my play-by-play partner extraordinaire, Rick Ball, pointed out. And it will be a power play.
Number 3 for the Hawks. They're 1 for 2. Nazar on the face-off against Sheldon Dries, who wins it for Detroit. Puck bumped back to Travis Hamonic, and the wily veteran turns and fires it all the way down the ice. Skips towards goal. Soderblom steers that to the corner. Rinzel's on the loose puck. With a feed ahead to Nazar. Bump back. Here's Bedard. Into the zone. Leaves the puck. Picked up there now by Reichel. Reichel down low to Nazar. Trying to get in front. Cuts him behind instead as they set up on the power play. With a pass back to Connor Bedard. Leaves it now for Rinzel. Nazar, pass in his skate, able to take control again. Back to Bedard just inside the line. He'll work it over. And reset. Bedard to Rinzel. Surveys, Bedard again. High slot. Nazar. Forced to the boards. Took a spill, made the play anyway to Rinzel. Switches spots with Bedard. Rinzel lets it go. That shot blocked. Bedard trying to get there, but diving to poke it out with a good play for the Wings was Finney, as he gets it down the ice and heads off on a change. Hawks on the counter. Bedard's pass off a stick. It skips across towards Moore. He'll bank it down low. Finds Bedard again with a play back to Rinzel. Quick shot. Stopped by Kosa. No rebound as he hangs on.
Wallander knocks down Toninato in front of the net right there, but I think Rinzel earlier on that play lost a little patience, and he tried to jam it through the middle, but it was blocked easily, so all that puck possession time in the O-zone gets knocked away. But they did an excellent job of regrouping quickly and getting it back into the offensive zone before that long shot by Sam Rinzel. Rinzel, of course, the Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year at the University of Minnesota last year.
Wings win the draw. Anderson crashing through, trying to cause some problems. Detroit gets the puck off of Moore and right across. Now it's worked in. Shot goes wide as Brandzik Nygaard got the shot away.
A lot of Swedes, obviously, in the organization of the Detroit Red Wings. Saw Nicholas Kronwall, their hard-hitting defenseman, part of their management staff just between periods.
Puck played around to Joey Anderson, late stages power play. He'll set up on the right flank with a feed towards the side of the goal. Back to Levshunov. Gives the puck to Oliver Moore. Moore, pass tip, bounced away. Toninato couldn't get a stick to it as it was ricocheted. Now it's fired all the way down. That'll do it. Final few seconds wind down, and the too many men on the ice penalty being served by Austin Watson, who steps out of the box. Hawks are 1 for 3 on the power play. Early stages, third period, down by a goal here in Detroit. Couple of teams heading into their centennial seasons. Here's Seager carrying out on the right side with a dump into the Hawk zone. Crevier back, bump, and makes a play to Korchinski. And the puck played towards the blue line, but not out. Kept alive by Watson. Seager turning to the forehand, trying to shake Korchinski. Banks it back towards the blue line. Played all the way around again. Sandin Pellikka drops it off. Berggren picks it up with a bit of room and a shot. A blocker saved by Soderblom. Berggren again. Works the puck in behind. Boy, Soderblom's been sharp in this game. Berggren's pass finds its mark back at the line. Lagesson feeds it back across. Rister from the point, missed the net. Wings applying pressure after the penalty kill. Hawks trying to survive this. Keep it a 1-goal game, approaching the 5-minute mark here in the third period. Sam Lafferty ties up his man. Korchinski trying to clear, can't get it out. Lagesson kept it alive. Berggren with the puck, puts it onto the far side. Controlled there by Sandin Pellikka, turning back towards the blue line. To the forehand, still with it. Shadow by Korchinski, and a glove saved by Soderblom. He's seen enough, and he hangs on. Attention Blackhawks fans, don't miss a moment of the action. Be the first to know about breaking news, exclusive ticket offers, and exciting retail drops. All delivered straight to your phone. Sign up today for Blackhawks text alerts. Just text BHawks to 242957.
Well, Jeff Blashill rallying the troops there on the bench and trying to get things sorted out. And this is the best save of the bunch right there on Jonathan Berggren. Berggren wide open. The sea had parted right there. And it was only his eyes and the goaltender Soderblom. Soderblom moved to the right side and made a great blocker save.
32nd save of the night for the 26-year-old Swede. That shot blocked, one off the leg of Ethan Del Mastro. Now it's flipped over his head back towards the goal, onto the stick of Rinzel. He'll bank it ahead to Reichel. Kept on side by the Red Wings. Here's Finney with a play in front, and that didn't work. Good play by Del Mastro to tie up the stick of the intended target, Brandzik Nygaard. And the Hawks get the puck out to center ice.
Boy, the Red Wings they're smelling blood right here. And they're countering quick, and they're putting the Hawks really on their heels. It's been tenacious. Nice pass.
Yeah, Bedard with a nifty play to lift the stick and make a pass to Doc at the end of a shift. He dumps the puck in. Hawks making a change. Wings back to it. Bouillon takes his time and makes the play to the blue line as he gives the puck to Mazur. Now Dries in on the left side. Bumped by Levshunov, who steals. Puck comes back towards Artem Levshunov. Skates out from behind his own net, and away he goes. Carries through, over the line, slows it down, makes a pass. Thompson with control. Kaiser takes a look, scores! Wyatt Kaiser. What a shot on a setup by Aiden Thompson, and the Hawks tied this up at 2.
Well, Levshunov has had some struggles in this game, but this was a terrific shift. His best shift of the game right here in his own zone right here. And he gets away from his man. Now he gets up the ice. And he wheels it, gains the zone, and then plays it back to Thompson. Thompson then looked like he was going to fire it on net, but he did the right thing. He waited for the another layer of offense, which was the defenseman Wyatt Kaiser. Now Kaiser's in a better scoring chance, and with Oliver Moore in front of the net, Kosa couldn't see it. That was well executed from their own goal line all the way to the offensive side of it, and a 2-2 hockey game with that shot by Kaiser.
6:26 mark of the third. This one's all even in Detroit. Wings trying to go back on top. That little flipper by Becker went wide of the goal. Play back in front. Stopped by Soderblom on a chip shot through traffic. Comes back to the line, but a good stick there breaks up that opportunity. Vanacker able to knock it away. Kevin Korchinski retreating. Banks it over to Big Louis Crevier. Purdum's pass off the mark. And he throws a hit, knocks it free as he knocked down Berggren. Put to an open wing at center ice. JT Compher dumps it right back in again. Berggren there, turns with a backhand pass in front through the top of the crease and out the other side. Compher chops at it. Korchinski under pressure. Leaves the puck in the corner. Berggren trying to get it back to the line. Wallinder makes a pass across, but it bounced off Bear and out the center ice. Wings have to regroup as they work it back in. Compher gets around a check. Cuts in deep. Back to the blue line. Bouillon with a wrister down low. A pass in front. That's broken up. Off a stick. Compher gets the puck back. Shot by Hamonic. Never got through. Hit Crevier in front of the goal. Flip back in front. Wings pressuring. Looking to go back on top as we approach the 8-minute mark. Hawks hanging on a bit here. Third period, play down low, and it's played to an open side, but Bear had to take it on the backhand, couldn't steer it on goal.
Minor penalty.
And a penalty coming up to the Hawks after sustained pressure by the Red Wings, who will go on their 5th power play.
Yeah, if you're tired like that, you just tend to, you're going to reach a little bit. It looks like
minor penalty hooking.
It's going to be a hooking call on Green.
Wyatt Kaiser's tied it up, and the Hawks with a big PK coming up next on Chicago Sports Network.
Goal to make it 2-2. Kaiser coming up as the second layer. Oliver Moore in front of the net on a perfect screen. Kosa's looking to the left. It beats him to the right. And then a minor penalty here, and it's no wonder Green didn't know it was on him. Thought he did a good job right there, pushing, using his stick, and he was strong on it. I like that play by Green right here. And he ends up winning the battle against the first-round pick of the Red Wings, Bear, but he got called for a slash.
Finney wins the faceoff. They'll go to work on the power play. As mentioned, they're 5th of the game. They're 1 for 4. Pass in front. Crevier got a stick in the way. Nazar with some good work, able to knock it free, and now Moore chasing after it. Mitchell racing back to him. Moore trying to get it in front to Nazar, was driving the net, but the pass is cut off, and Ian Mitchell's able to feed it around. Mitchell drops it off. Leonard carries out. Danielson puts the puck in on goal, and it's covered up by Soderblom.
Well, a consistent part of this penalty kill here, and if you're just joining us, you know, Mike Pekka and Jeff Blashill doing the drills on the penalty kill, and certainly starting out for this game anyway. Frank Nazar and Oliver Moore, 2 speedy guys starting it off. They do a good job. They're going to be a threat because they can skate. So if you push a puck ahead and keep pushing it ahead, then they're going to win a lot of foot races, that's for sure. And you know, for Oliver Moore to make this team, you have to have some versatility. And it won't be on the power play, I'm sure. But if you can find a way on that penalty kill and find a role there, boy, that's the value.
Certainly knows a lot about playing good sound defensive hockey. Panger, 2-time Selke winner in his career as a player. Part of that new coaching staff.
Yep. Part of the 2002 Canadian gold medal win in Salt Lake City.
Jeff Blashill was talking earlier this week about scoring shorthanded goals, their bonuses, but he made an interesting point. He wishes there was some way to formulate or add into the formula for penalty kill percentage when you score shorthanded. Right now they don't include that, and vice versa against the power play. So not sure if there's a way to factor that in. My math skills don't. It's third period. Good steal there by Renzel, and he'll take off with it. Turns back, needs some more time as he retreats into his own zone, and now finds some room and carries back through center ice. Puck deep, too high though, and that's up into row 5.
A little frustration there shown by Sam. Does all that work, buys some time, and wants to just get it down deep and kill off maybe the rest of Ryan Green's minor penalty, and it just fluttered away from him. 17 seconds left.
On ice, tape to tape, finds Thompson, plays it in. Lafferty lets it go, and off the outside of the net. Thompson lifted his stick, but the loose puck is bounced around by the wings, and it gets past Kaiser out to center ice. Kaiser with a tying goal has the puck now, and he'll work the puck to the line by himself. Turns back to finish off a Hawk shift change.
That's a good shift for Levchinov, you know, after the penalty kill and then getting an assist on the game tying goal. Made a real good pass in his own zone, looking one way, going the opposite direction, right on the tape.
Chipped in, not deep. Cleared out by Renzel. High flipper, bouncer at center, off the stick of Reichel into the zone. He'll chase.
On the follow-through, went right through 84, Lagesson, and then on his way too, he got the hands up high and got a piece of Mitchell as well. Good job by Doc, just bowling his way right to the net right there. 8:45 left here in the third period, and Doc trying to stirring things up here in the wing zone.
Hey. My treat today. I don't think they'll take that here.
Of course they take Discover.
You're stuck in the past.
Unlike me.
You look rad.
Discover's medium fries and a medium drink. So you better be on your way. Bacon waits for no one. The #1 deal for the #1 bacon cheeseburger, gotta be Wendy's.
Hawks fans, mark your calendars. The 2025 Blackhawks home opener hits the United Center on Saturday, October 11th. Come early for the always exciting red carpet arrival. Don't forget, the first 20,000 fans through the doors take home a schedule magnet courtesy of Circa Sports. Don't wait. Head to Blackhawks.com/tickets and lock in your seats today.
Well, the Swede Arvid Soderblom has made some spectacular saves right here. I mean, pushing out, getting into play, and he did it.
Order with a new 2-year contract. It'll be a nice piece with Knight, as you mentioned, in that goaltending tandem for the Hawks. Detroit's got a new goaltender as well. It's going to be John Gibson along with Cam Talbot, I think, when all is said and done, when they start the season. But we're seeing Sebastian Cossa tonight for them, the former first-round pick, 22-year-old. As the puck slides back towards the blue line.
Well, you know, and you got to be patient with the goaltenders. You know, like, you know, the Detroit Red Wings sent Cossa to the East Coast League, played until tie up a stick because this puck wasn't covered up originally, and then it was.
Wallander with a shot that whistles wide. Puck ricochets around on the far side. Hamonic makes a pass across. Finney with a shot turned aside by Soderblom.
I think this Finney has a chance to make the Red Wings.
He looks good.
Yep. He had a good camp last year, a great last year in the Western League.
Hamonic's shot breaks the stick. Colton Dach calling for a new one. Gets it just in time as the puck comes to him, and he'll flip it over the line.
And he spent a lot of time in the training camp with Dylan Larkin and Lucas Raymond.
Put the puck away for a moment from Bedard.
He tries to make the save. It goes off his right skate and in the net. They're just talking about Finney. This line has been the difference maker in this game. Nygaard also with that first shot. Danielson, the center iceman, and Finney playing on the right side. They have been really, really good.
So the Hawks down by 1 as we approach the 13-minute mark of the third. Puck chipped in. William puts it up the boards. Crevier applies some pressure as he pinches. Thompson leaned on, off his skate. Then and turned to the bench at a change. Cossa puts the puck to the far side. And now it's carried out. Seager down the wing. In a puck battle with Wyatt Kaiser. Kept alive at the line. Passed over to Seager, trying to make a move. Kaiser doesn't let him, and winds up behind the net. Pass to the side of the goal. Chipped away by Becker. He'll work it up the far boards, make a pass back to the blue line. Played over. Lagesson with a bit of room and a shot through traffic. Pad saved by Soderblom. Kaiser gets the loose puck. The third. They have the equalizer for a while, but down by 1. Need to get things turned back up ice again. Wings have been pressuring, keeping them tied up in their own zone with a play back to the blue line. Wallander plays it over. Off the bench is Hamonic with a one-timer, and that's stopped by Soderblom.
Nazar is sucking for gas right now, and same with Levchinov.
Wings keep the pressure on. JT Compher bounced away from him, but he recovers. Anderson couldn't get it out. Wallander kept it alive. Here's Berggren. Hamonic plays it over. Wallander makes a pass over.
Join the excitement in Chicago as the President's Cup arrives at Medina Country Club.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like getting Bateman when you need the protection of Batman.
Easy, Batemobile, not too fast, baby.
Any last words? Just one. It's a long one. Dermatologist.
That's why you need the real deal.
Look out! That's Batman!
Go home, Bateman. Do a podcast or something. That's hurtful.
So don't settle for just any insurance when there's State Farm.
The Colonel believed his KFC chicken with a tiny $3.99 price. Oh, that crumb looks giant next to that tiny price. The Colonel lived so we could chicken. The $3.99 KFC chicken sandwich.
When you prefer a dream vacation over a rental nightmare, it matters where you stay. Hilton for the stay.
Hawks fans, catch every second of Blackhawks hockey all season long right here on Chicago Sports Network. Available on DirecTV and DirecTV Stream, Xfinity, Fubo, Uverse, and RCN, or you can stream it on the CHSN app once on. Shots are 14-2 in the third by the Hawks. Teams have exchanged goals. And the Hawks need to get things going back the other way. As the Wings with a wide edge, 43-15 overall for Detroit in the shot category. Soderblom's been terrific. Puck played out the center, dumped back in by Bullion, but Wings have to tag up. They do. Right back on the forecheck. Banked out the Doc. He'll chip it ahead. Intercepted by Mitchell. Can't get it past the Hawks end. Teams make changes.
Yeah, good hit on the near side by Doc, and then perfectly timed step up there by Rinzel. And it's the only way to halt the momentum that the Wings have going forward here.
Pass in front, and it's chipped over top of the net by John Leonard.
Oh, what a pass that was by Mazur.
Long feed up the wing. Moore with speed, put it in front. On goal, did it go in? They celebrate, but it was kept out by Kosa. What an opportunity there, and the puck stayed out somehow as Kosa stands his ground. The Hawks that close to tying this up with 3.5 minutes to go in the third.
Yeah, Nazar for sure. He thought that puck was in. He had one arm up. But, yeah, the big goaltender kept it out. Here's the play right here. Big hit. That's on the forecheck there by Doc at the end of his shift, and a good step up by Sam Rinzel. Now the Hawks are able to at least get some legs going and get it going north, and there's the play. And look at the hands up there by Moore. It did not go in the net, though. Both Moore and Frankie Nazar thought it did. Good save by the goaltender, Kosa.
Wings win the draw. Puck works to the far side, up the boards. Up last second, Korchinski back to it. And he'll wind up. Wings are changing. Kevin Korchinski. Nice pass on the left side to Lafferty. Slowly down the wing. Jabs it in behind. And the loose puck cleared out. Banked in. Hawks there. Played back over the line. Berggren. No retreat. 3 minutes left, third period. Hollander plays the puck onto the right side to Hamonic. Out to Bear. Given a rough ride by Del Mastro. Now it's Green taking a pass from Connor Bedard. Drops it off. Levshunov feed to the head. Just popped away from
our side. Good save there by Kosa.
Banked around by the Red Wings. 2 minutes left, third period. Chopped back towards the point. Stolen, though. Pridham with a good play, and he feeds it ahead. Here's Bedard on the attack. Cuts across, and it's chopped away. As Finney dove and knocked the puck free. A good play by Finney.
Yeah, Finney's got his fingerprints all over this game.
Green. Forced back. Look out. Puck stolen. Mazur makes a pass. There's a shot by Dries. It went off the back of the leg of Leonard and missed the net. 90 seconds left, third period. He'll fire it in. Soderblom racing to the bench for the extra attacker. Puck comes free to Bullion. Final minute of play in the third period. Hawks looking for the equalizer. As Levshunov forced to retreat, shadowed by Bear, finds Doc, and he'll pick it up inside his own line. Now Reichel wheeling down the left side. Reichel into the zone, chips it in deep, gets it back, fed around, slides to the line to Levshunov. He'll put it down the boards, thrown in front by Doc, that's intercepted. And the loose puck's muscled out to center by Ian Mitchell. Levshunov retreats back to his own blue line with a pass ahead to Reichel. Hopped away from him with a half minute to go. Played back to Chicago territory. Levshunov forced a penalty coming up. Hawks have the puck though, and time runs out. As the Hawks pressure late, but fall short in their first exhibition game with a 3-2 loss in Detroit.
Connor tried to drag that back. There would have been a penalty being called on Finney, who was instrumental in this game. But as it turns out, the clock was winding down. Hawks are heading off the ice. They did announce in the building that there would be a shootout after the game. But as it turns out right here, this is the game. Listen, in the second period, Detroit really earned this win. I mean, they really, really put a lot of pressure. that guy there, Finney, is making a good stand to make this Red Wings club, and it's a hard one to make. There's not that many openings. Soderblom, I mean, obviously was the first star of the game, other than Finney on the Detroit Red Wings. Kosa played well in goal.
40 saves for Soderblom. He was terrific. I thought the Hawks played a good first 10 in this game, but as momentum shifted, Wings sort of took over. The Hawks hung around. They tied it up in the third, but Finney with the game winner with 7.5 minutes left. That does it for us. 3-2 is your final here in the Motor City. Blackhawks next game Saturday. Another longtime rival, the St. Louis Blues in St. Louis. For Darren Pang and our entire crew, I'm Rick Ball. Thanks for watching Blackhawks hockey on Chicago Sports Network.
I played soccer in college. Then one day I woke